Hey everyone, welcome back to Black Cat Folk Magic. Today we're going to do our love reading for June. As always, I have 3 groups to choose from. I have group 1 with Peace and the Cherry Quartz. I have group 2 with Gratitude and Goldstone. And I have group 3 with Awakening and Tiger's Eye. Okay, as always, the timestamps are listed down in the description, and I'll see you when you're reading. Hi, group 1, you chose the Peace card, and you chose this Cherry Quartz, which is quite beautiful. Okay, let's start out with an oracle card. Excuse me, please go over here. What's coming in for group 1 in love? Group 1 in love. We have a rich girl. Could be worse, huh? And we have change and progress. Right away, I'm seeing this as more of and I know a lot of people who come to readings like this is not what you want to hear, but it's so crucial to everything. This is sort of about finding your own peace. This rich girl, she's just, sort of, I think she's enriching her own life. She's finding ways to entertain herself. This person is fully engaged in moving in the direction that brings happiness to them. And peace is, you're finding your own peace. So, and those things have to be really locked in before you find the person that's going to be with you for the long haul, or happily for the long haul. That's not to say that you have to be perfect to find someone. That is absolutely not true, because so much about a relationship is growing together, is helping each other grow as individuals, but also growing together, and being encouragement and growing, and being a soft place to fall when things fail, and that sort of thing. So there's definitely room for love before you reach perfection, which doesn't exist anyway. But the reason you keep getting this message over and over, which you probably are, which is, focus on what you really want. Focus on being whole, being a whole person, knowing that you can take care of yourself, knowing that you can entertain yourself, knowing that you don't need someone else to feel whole. That's the point, because you want them. You don't need them. Do you know how much better that is? If you want somebody versus you need them. That's so much more of a compliment, Okay, let's get into your tarot. See what's going on. Well, it's coming in for group 1 in June. We have the Queen of Wands. That fits nicely. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Star. And we have the Six of Swords. The first thing I heard was, uh-oh. There's been an uh-oh. So with this Queen of Wands, excuse me, I dropped something. I dropped my pen. With this Queen of Wands, what I'm seeing is that you were, you felt like you were well on your way. You felt like that you were sitting confidently in a certain position, thinking that you had things going according to plan. It's almost maybe like you had an itinerary in your head or something about how something was supposed to move along. And then there was, uh-oh, with this Five of Cups, right? And Spirit is trying to tell me that wasn't really an uh-oh. That was a way to get you back to this wish fulfillment, to this star. Because what you ultimately want, I believe, this reading is telling me, what you ultimately want is a mutual and fulfilling partnership with someone, right? And you were just not going in that direction. So it wasn't an uh-oh, it was a redirection. Maybe you were focused on someone who wasn't worthy of you. Maybe you were working too hard for love. Maybe you were going all out for someone who absolutely would not go all out for you. And Spirit was like, okay, you're such a kind-hearted person. You're such a big-hearted person that I'm going to have to help you redirect here. Because you're going to give and give and give and give until you're just spent and there's nothing left. There's nothing left for you or anybody else. So this was a not so gentle helping hand here, saying, all right, let's go in a little different direction. This Ace of Pentacles. Why did I say Eight of Pentacles? Not sure. My door and windows are open and now all these mosquitoes are in here. But it's worth it because it's such a beautiful night. This Ace of Pentacles is making me think that what's coming in for you is better than you could have ever cooked up yourself, because you tend to, you don't tend to aim very high, okay, is what I'm seeing in these cards. This is not accusatory, I'm just saying, bless your heart, you're like, well, if I aim for something that seems realistic rather than exactly what I want, maybe I can get it and hold on to it. And Spirit is like, no, because see, that's still not meant for you. And what do you mean by realistic? And this is where this taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself thing comes in. Because clearly you're selling yourself short. Clearly we need to work on this self-esteem and self-love and getting really comfortable being ourselves and being true to who we are. And that's the only thing that's going to draw your person into you, because how can they find you if you're not being yourself, right? So I think you're just getting this little break to try again, to grow a little bit, and then to try going for this dream again. And I see it's going to work much better the next time. Let's get you some more cards. Yeah, Spirit really wants you to not be discouraged from this redirection. You know, Judgment. I think maybe this happened suddenly to you. Justice. Whatever this disappointment is, I think maybe it happened as a big surprise, like the rug was pulled out from under you. Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. It's it's time to take all the love that you were giving to this person who was unwilling to receive it. And the reason they were unwilling to receive it is because they were unworthy of it. They couldn't possibly receive it. Because energetically it was above their vibration. It was something that they literally could not receive. They don't have the bandwidth for it. And so Spirit is saying all that energy that you were putting into this person, which was just a dead end, it's time to put it into yourself. Take the same amount of passion and action and work that you were putting into that person and put it in yourself until you feel like the Queen of Pentacles, until you feel like the Queen of Wands, where you're just absolutely the main character in your own story. And the thing is, once you get really involved in that, you're completely gonna forget, just about, you're completely gonna forget about trying to attract someone. And then, because the world is like it is, that's when someone is attracted to you, because they look at you and they say, whoa, this person has their stuff together. This person is so passionate and so alive and so beautiful and just brings so much joy to the world. And they're sitting in their truth. And I want a part of that. I want to get to know this person. I kind of want to be like this person, maybe. So, you know, I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I know that take some time to work on yourself is not what you want to hear. But listen, if you're not happy now, if you're not feeling whole now, if you're not feeling fulfilled, a relationship is not going to do that for you. So you have to do that work anyway if you ever want to feel fulfilled. That is so hard for me to say as a Southerner. Feel fulfilled. If you ever want to feel that way and be secure in who you are, then you're going to have to do that work anyway. Somebody else can't fix that for you. So Spirit is saying, here's a clue to get exactly what you want. Do the work on yourself first, and then all the other stuff will fall into place. I know it sounds like a cliche. I know you hear it over and over and over again, but it's just the truth, my friend. It's just how it works. All right, I hope this helped you. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hey there, Group 2. You chose Gratitude and the Gold Stone, which this is a particularly fiery one. It's fun to play with. All right. Ooh, maybe this is about bringing some fun and glitz and let's just see. Let's see what's coming in for you. Okay, I'm going to start with some oracle cards and then I'll get into your tarot. Group 2. What's coming in for Group 2 in love in June? We have a long road. And we have joy and delight. I knew there was like this playful energy with this stone. And look how much fun she's having in this. Look how much fun is there. Yeah, I just love it. Okay. All right, let's get you some tarot. I just kind of feel like bubbly and glittery and happy and dancing and singing and frolicking, and just that kind of energy is coming to me right now. We have Page of Wands. We have Eight of Swords. We have Queen of Pentacles. Look there. We have Two of Cups. And we have Six of Cups. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Someone is definitely coming in with this Page of Wands. And you see how he's in the forest? Sort of like isolated. I don't think you really see this coming. But I think what's drawing this person in is this fun, glittery energy you've got going on. And this person will see that and say, I want more of that. I love that. With the long road and the Eight of Swords, I do feel like maybe you've been single for a very long time. But you made the most of it. You've really enjoyed your time as a single person. And you focused on yourself, which is, the key. It's the magic. It's the magic that draws in the person that's supposed to be with you, right? So, you've learned a lot from this, and you know how to nurture yourself. You know how to take care of yourself. And you just glow. You glow. You put out this beautiful energy into the world because you've taken the time on this long road. It's not like it's been easy. You've really been through it, but you're not going to let it get you down. I mean, you can spend an hour one of two ways. You can spend it in misery, or you can spend it in joy, and you choose joy every time, and it is paying off for you. So you're definitely pulling someone in, and I think it's soon. I think it's this month. You do have this Two of Cups here, which is partnership, and the Six of Cups is like a childlike energy. Now there's a difference between childish energy, right, and childlike energy. And we don't want to deal with the childish energy, That's like those people who just don't know how to handle confrontation, who don't know how to communicate, who just shut down, who disappear, those kind of things. That's childish. But childlike is, excuse me, I'm so excited, I can't get the words out. You know how to have fun together. You know how to make the best of a rainy day, And I feel like maybe both of you are pretty creative people. You might have a day where you just craft together, do crafts together, or maybe you make up a dance, or I don't know. Maybe you make a puppet show. I don't know. But there's something sort of unique and fun about this connection. And it makes me really happy to see it. I think you really deserve this, and I think you know you deserve this, which is why you're getting it. That's how it works, right? Oh my goodness. Page of Swords. The Star. Whoa. The Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Well, friend, this looks great. This looks great. Yeah, I think someone who was sort of childish and who maybe had not such a great emotional intelligence, I think they sort of burst your bubble with something. I think they really upset you, but I think it burst open something where you could see more clearly, you know? You weren't looking through this lens anymore. It was just plain clear vision with your own eyeballs. And you realized that pretty quickly. So, you know, I'm getting that you weren't, of course you were sad, but the very first thing you did was turn into taking care of yourself. It wasn't like you were pining for this person. It wasn't like you were trying to get them back. You weren't stalking them on social media. None of that stuff. You were like, oh, I see it clearly now. That's a waste of my time. That person was, you know, using me for emotional support. That person had no interest in reciprocating the emotional labor that I put in for them. And I mean, look at this. She doesn't look very happy about this labor. I think it just got to be a little too much, right? And so you decided to work on yourself. You're like, I'm not going to wait for my dreams to come true. I'm going to make them come true. And so you did. You sorted it out. You worked on yourself. You collaborated with your inner child and with your grown-up self and with your silly self and with your serious self. And you got to know all these parts of yourself until I really think this Lover's card is for yourself. Until you shook hands with all those parts of yourself and you're like, all right, friend, let's do this. Let's get what we deserve. And now it's coming to you. It's as simple as that. You did it, friend. I'm really looking forward to hearing some stories about who's coming in for you guys. Please do not settle. Remember all that you've been through. Remember that what you have helped yourself out of, and don't make yourself do that again. Don't settle. Don't chase. I don't think you will. And I think this is going to show up right at your doorstep in June. The best of luck to you. I hope this helped. I hope it gave you some hope, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hey there, Group 3. You chose Awakening with the Tiger's Eye. And this is a really fun Tiger's Eye. All right. Let's get some Oracle cards for you. See what's coming in for love in June for you. That last reading was really fun. We have occupation. Okay. We have sun and stars. Awakening, sun and stars, and occupation. Okay, let's get into your tarot. see what's coming in for you. Group 3, please. What's coming in for Group 3 in love? We have 7 of Swords. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have 3 of Swords. We have 7 of Cups. And we have King of Wands. Oh, friend. You've been through it, haven't you? This awakening is making me think you're awakening to the realization that you deserve better. I think you might be in a relationship already, or you have been in relationships in the past that just weren't good enough for you. You settled. I see that for many of you, cheating was involved. Definitely heartbreak. And I felt like for some reason you, maybe because of children, I see this child here, you felt like you had to really keep it all together. You couldn't properly mourn. You had to sit, stoically on this throne while someone was cheating on you and breaking your heart or whatever it is. And now you're saying, now what? I don't know. I don't know what to do now. I just heard be your own savior. So please understand, use your own brain and use your own heart. I know that getting out of relationships can be very complicated and very difficult sometimes. So I'm not shaming you at all if you're struggling with that. What I'm here to advise you about is if you're having any doubts, these cards are telling you that you're not where you're supposed to be, okay? Use your own brain and your own heart. But there's more for you out there. There's more for you out there. I feel like some of you have, because of this relationship that you've been in, or that, like a past relationship, that gave you a lot of self-doubt and self-limiting beliefs, you've forgotten how much opportunity there is out there, how much world there is out there, how many possibilities there are. There is many ways to live as there are people on the earth. I think that's from Harriet the Spy, but it's true. And each one deserves a closer look, is the rest of that quote. So, we have Temperance. We have Page of Pentacles. We have 4 of Wands. We have 8 of Pentacles. Look, I'm reading for the collective here, but for some of you, the 8 of Pentacles, occupation. I feel like maybe this relationship is tied up in your job, in your career, and you feel like you can't really get out because of that. Others of you, I am seeing children, things that make it complicated. Money, children, jobs, that sort of thing. And I get it. I do see, though, that there is abundance waiting for you on the other side. There's, I meant to say stability. There's stability waiting for you on the other side, but abundance came out of my mouth. So, that may be a sign there. I need some help. Some advice, please. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. You can create your own abundance. Look at all this abundance. Usually the Nine of Pentacles is represented by a beautiful woman dressed in beautiful clothing, and she's very independent, and she's standing in this very lush garden that she created all by herself. She provided herself all that abundance. She didn't need anybody else to do it. And usually there's a peacock on her shoulder or something like that to let you know that she is extra beautiful and extra capable and extra secure in who she is. And so Spirit is saying, that's the card I want you to keep in mind. That's the goal. That's where I want you to be. We have Five of Cups and the Star. Eight of Wands. And Queen of Wands. Perfect. Yeah, Spirit wants you to know that they recognize that this transition, if you choose to take it, is not going to be an easy one. But if you choose to do it, you're divinely guided, you're divinely protected. And there's also going to be some energy that comes in to help you move along, to help you move to the next phase of your life. There's going to be a message or some swift moving energy that you're going to be like, how did that resolve so quickly? How did that problem that I had no idea how to even approach, how did it resolve so quickly? And that would be because you have divine guidance helping you, okay? Your ultimate goal here is to be the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Wands is, I love her. She's my favorite card. She's fiery. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She usually has a black cat at her feet. She usually has a sunflower that sits beside of her, and it's filled with seeds, and each of those seeds represents an opportunity. Here it's represented by the goddess, the Hawaiian goddess, volcano goddess, Pele. And she's fiery, and she doesn't mind destroying things that are not for the greater good. Because she knows how things are supposed to be. She knows what justice is. And she's going after it. She's not afraid of anything or anybody. And she can stand on her own. And, you know, men tremble at her feet. She's the volcano goddess. I mean, I'm not saying that you should be intimidating, but I'm saying that you should be able to access that part of yourself that makes you know that nobody can stand in your way. You have more fire in you than you think. You really do. I feel like right now you feel humble, you feel low, you feel like you just don't know what to do and don't know. You're just not even confident about making the smallest of decisions. But Spirit is saying there's so much more out there for you. There's so much more. And, you know, this is the energy that you're meant to access. So you can stay in this Nine of Pentacles energy full time. This is supposed to be you. Fulfilling your destiny. Meeting your own needs. Fulfilling your goals. Excuse my cat Howie eating in the background. So, you know, please consider if this resonated for you. If not, you know, this probably wasn't your group. But, you know, maybe reach out to a friend, somebody that you really trust. Or reach out to a counselor or a therapist or something like that, to make some plans to move on. Because there's so much more for you out there. Okay. Well, I wish you the best. I wish you so much luck and safety and love, and know that you deserve the very best. Please don't settle. Okay? All right, I'll see you next time. Take care.